Welcome back YouTube, I'm again from In-Depth Tech Reviews, and in today's video I'm gonna review the TP-Link AX6600 Tri-Band Mesh Wi-Fi 6 system. It consists of two Deco X90 units. This Wi-Fi system can cover up to 6,000 square feet to give you optimal internet speed across your entire place, no matter how big or how many floors it has. So let's dive deeper to know more about the TP-Link Mesh Wi-Fi 6 system. Starting with the box contents, you get two Deco X90 units. Each one has a 210mm height, 130mm width, and 123mm depth. Next, you get two power adapters, a 1.2 meter long Ethernet cable, and the user guide. Talking about the specs, the Deco X90 supports Wi-Fi 6. It has a tri-band Wi-Fi, so you get one 2.4 GHz network plus two other 5 GHz networks. And all of them work simultaneously, and by this the Deco X90 will automatically sort your devices into different networks to minimize the interference between them. It can handle up to 200 devices concurrently. Each unit has 4 high-gain antennas to boost your signal, and two other smart antennas to automatically detect other Deco units and establish a stronger connection between them to have a reliable mesh network. It supports the beamforming technology that concentrates the wireless signal strength towards the devices to expand the Wi-Fi range. In addition to this, it uses AI to automatically learn about your environment and tailor your Wi-Fi signal in a way that works the best for your home setup. On the back, it has 1 gigabit and 2.5 gigabit per second Ethernet ports. All these features are handled by a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor, which is very fast. Finally, each unit can be used as a standalone router or as an access point. If you want to check the full list of specs, I'm gonna leave its link in the description below, but for now let's talk about the reasons why you need a Mesh Wi-Fi 6 network. Starting with the benefits of the mesh network, it will dramatically improve your Wi-Fi range. I have a 600 megabit per second internet connection, but for me to take advantage of this high speed, I have to use the 5 GHz frequency. Because it has the least interference with other devices in my home like the microwave, Bluetooth devices, and so on. But the problem is 5 GHz frequency has an extremely shorter range compared to the 2.4 GHz. And here's an example. I did a speed test next to my router and another one just 4 meters away. Look at how much speed I lost by just moving to another room in the same apartment. Let me show you the same test after setting up the Deco X90 mesh network, which is something I'm gonna show you how to do later in this video. As you see, I'm still using the same 5 GHz frequency, and I'm placing each unit in a different room to cover the whole space. Now I'm getting almost the same speed all over the place, plus I didn't notice any drops in the connection while moving around, as if I'm connected to the same device. And now it's time for today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by cdkeyoffers.com. It's an online digital store that sells original Windows 10 and Office keys in a very discounted price. Not only this, but you can use my special promo code ID20 to get extra 20% discount. As you see, you can get yourself a Windows 10 OEM key for $15.55, which is insanely cheap. Please check the links in the description below, and now let's get back to the review. Now let's talk about the benefits of Wi-Fi 6. The most important feature you get is the more efficient bandwidth sharing across devices by using what it's called OFDMA technology. To simplify things, let's say that the data gets transferred between your device and the router in a channel. Currently, Wi-Fi 5 uses the whole channel bandwidth to transfer this data, even if the amount to be transferred doesn't require the whole thing. But with Wi-Fi 6, the router will split the available channels into sub-channels to only dedicate the amount of bandwidth needed by each device, and by this it will give more room for the rest of the devices in your network to use this remaining bandwidth to transfer their own data instead of waiting for the traffic to be cleared. So if you have a lot of devices connected to the same network, that will dramatically decrease the latency and improves speed. The second most important improvement is in the multi-user, multi-input, multi-output capacity of the router. Wi-Fi 5 supports up to 4 users to transmit data wirelessly at the same time. But with Wi-Fi 6, this number got doubled to 8, which will also decrease latency and congestion. To take full advantage of Wi-Fi 6 features, your device needs to support the technology. However, you still can use older devices with Wi-Fi 6 routers just fine because it's backward compatible. To show you how Wi-Fi 6 better handles your internet connection, I will do a quick internet speed test for my older Linksys Wi-Fi 5 router and the Deco X90 using my iPhone 12 Pro Max that supports Wi-Fi 6 and earlier. I did one test at a time by connecting to the first router, finished my test, then connected to the other one and did the test again. With Wi-Fi 6, I managed to get 576 megabit per second download and 209 upload, while my older Wi-Fi 5 router scored 467 down and 206 up. There isn't that much of a difference in the upload speed, but I gained extra 109 megabit per second in my download speed just because of Wi-Fi 6 on the same exact device and internet connection. So by this, I'm getting the most out of my 600 megabit per second internet connection with the Deco X90. Now let's talk about the setup process. First, you need to check your internet setup at home. Some internet providers only use a router, while others use a modem plus router setup like in my case here. And this is the way I'm gonna show you in this video. For all other ways, I'm gonna leave the support link in the description below. Step number 2, take any of the Deco X90 units you have, plug the power adapter, then plug the Ethernet cable to the back. In this step, you can use any of the ports, but I recommend to use the 2.5 gigabit per second one, just in case you got a super fast internet connection in the future, you won't need to swap your cable. Once done, unplug your current router Ethernet cable either from the back of your modem or the wall, depending on your setup, and plug the Deco X90 unit in the same spot instead. Then plug the power adapter and look at the LED light. It will start with a solid yellow color, then after a few minutes it will start flashing blue, which means it's ready for setup. If you got a solid or flashing red color, that means there is a problem. Just make sure your cables are connected properly or visit the support page to check other troubleshooting steps. For me, everything went well and the unit is flashing blue. In this case, I need to download the TP-Link Deco app that can be found on Google Play Store or App Store. Once you open the app, it will ask you to sign in or sign up if you don't have an account. So I will sign up and follow the on-screen instructions. I successfully created the account and now I can start activating my first unit. The first step is to choose your device model. So I will tap on the Deco X90, then it will ask you to do the same steps I mentioned earlier. It will load for a few seconds and notify you once the unit is detected. Tap on connect, then choose the room name from the predefined list or choose custom to give it another name. For me, I will choose office for this one. Then I will keep the default settings and hit next. After that, it will ask you to give a name and password for your network. Choose whatever name you want, but make sure that the password is 8 characters or more to be accepted. Then it will start testing your internet connection. If the test failed, like in my case here, make sure your phone is connected to the new Wi-Fi network you created, then tap on try again. As you see, my phone connected to the internet successfully and the unit will show a solid green color, which means that everything is working perfectly. Now it's time to set up the other unit and create the Wi-Fi mesh. All you need to do is to plug the other unit to the power without the need to connect any cables and wait for it to flash blue, then get back to the app. Then tap the plus sign at the top right corner and choose the same model again. Follow the same on-screen instructions we did before with the first unit and you will be good to go. Technically, there isn't any limit on the number of Deco units you can connect in the same network, but as per TP-Link, it's recommended not to connect more than 10 units wirelessly. However, if they are connected together via Ethernet, you can connect as many units as you want. Or you can use the hybrid mode by connecting some via Ethernet and some wirelessly and take advantage of both scenarios. I will leave this link in the description below in case you want to check it yourself. Now let's see how to link your Wi-Fi mesh network to Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. You can do this via Google Home and Amazon Alexa apps on your mobile. By this, you can control your Wi-Fi using voice commands like turning the guest network on or off, pause or resume the Wi-Fi connection for a certain device, and more. For the full list of commands you can execute using each assistant, I will leave the links in the description below. You can follow the same steps I showed you now to connect your Deco X90 Wi-Fi mesh to either one of them by slowing down the video. Keep in mind that this Wi-Fi mesh system doesn't support Apple HomeKit for now, so I hope TP-Link will work on this in the future. Now let's talk about the extra software features you get to enhance your experience. TP-Link will provide you with a set of security features, parental controls, and network reports to help you secure and manage your Wi-Fi. All these features are listed under HomeShield that you can find in the app. HomeShield has two plans, the basic, which is totally free, and the Pro. Tapping the HomeShield banner at the top will show you the pricing for the Pro plan, which is $5.99 per month, or you can get it for $54.99 per year. To check the differences between the two plans, tap on Compare Basic and Pro features. The Pro plan will give you plenty of extra features under network protection, parental controls, and reports. You also get a 30-day free trial to test all these features before paying for the subscription. Finally, the price. This Mesh Wi-Fi 6 system is priced at $500 on Amazon.com from the official TP-Link store with 951 ratings and the overall score of 4.5. I personally use TP-Link products for a very long time now, and they always have good build quality and reliability. So here's my final conclusion. Wi-Fi 6 is one of the biggest improvements in the history of Wi-Fi networks, and most of the new devices started to support the feature. And with the increasing number of smart home devices, smartphones, and the computers we have now in our homes, Wi-Fi 6 will give you much better performance compared to the current generation of Wi-Fi 5 routers and earlier. So I do recommend the switch if you are looking for better coverage, less latency, and more speed. So that's pretty much it for today. That was my review for the TP-Link AX6600 tri-band Mesh Wi-Fi 6 system. So I hope you like my video, and if you do, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.